back. We ended off getting 3, but we sold those, or sold one by accident. I was going to line them up, but we got 3 black hearts today, and that makes, I think, 1 at least more this week, or more, maybe 2. So, you know, it's just a little thing, but we did really well in our incursions. 1 really bad, and then like 5 really good. So that's a fair trade-off. 16% bad, 84% good. You know, that's pretty damn good. Well, anyways, I don't know. Oh, that was my good. Nah, it doesn't matter right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do another Cairn, Glennock Cairns map, or region map, tier 3. Haunted Keep, Racecourse, 2 unique bosses out of this. That's the big thing. And we got a 1-for-1 ratio, so it was 50% to getting another daily refund or recycle. So we got Einar for this one, and then we're all equal again. And hopefully we can do a tier 6 or something for the last one of the night. Actually, let's see what we got. How many we got? 469. Nah, we're alright for now. Let's just get this out so that we can get our dailies done. And we'll put on something nice for the last one. I remember the first time I did Racecourse. It was one of the last maps I did on the last patch before having to switch over. And I had this thing where I couldn't regenerate my mana, life, or energy shield. Or it was just mana and life. I can't remember. Maybe it was an energy shield too, but either way. And I was enfeebled too, so I couldn't move. And I couldn't regenerate, so it made it extremely hard, but we still just took us really slow through it. We had to walk really slow through it. So other than that, it was a good round. And I believe the boss is like a centaur. Oh wait, no, there's a couple of them actually. I think one of them is a centaur though. Yeah, this was a very weird map when I first played it. Unique too. It's a figure 8 map. It is fairly wide open, so we should be able to get a good breach here. Ooh, big guy. Oh, thought that was the red.
Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now.
Alright, here we go. Not bad, 2 class pans bonuses. I don't think we got any big guy to summon though. That one that we got was kind of really rare, like 1 in 100 or something. I really wish he was more active in that fight. I would have seen him and then fought him, but he was just chilling. He wasn't doing anything. Come on, you're a boss. Act big, act tough. I would have seen him, but I didn't. I don't know if you saw the recent UFC fight, but Yoel Romero should have won that fight. Adesanya kind of bitched out and went for a point win. That was pretty pathetic for a champion. He wasn't even trying to fight Romero. Just kick to the leg over and over, kick to the leg over and over. That fight was boring. Those commentators were correct. That fight was boring as hell. How are you gonna watch a boring fight? That was Romero's turn to be champion. It really was. And Adesanya wouldn't play. He wanted to just point win. You know, strategically, you know, and I love strategy. It's the right thing to do, but it also shows that you weren't gonna win that fight, man. You lost that fight in a straight up fight. He wasn't even willing to duke it out once in that whole match. 25 minutes, you ain't even punching each other. You ain't even you know, attempting takedowns or like inside fighting at all. Kick to the leg, kick to the leg, kick to the leg. Boring as hell, man. That's why everybody's booing. Couldn't believe it, man. I wouldn't have paid money to see that. Romero got robbed, and that's unfortunate because Romero deserves to be a champ. Romero will fight anybody, you know, up front. You know, he'll do some kicks too, but not like 100. You know, he'll do like, you know, maybe 20. You know, something respectable. But not like Adesanya, just over and over. I can't fight inside, and he could fight inside too. He was scared. He was scared of fighting Romero, and you know the dude's name is Romero, so you know there is that. So just the name alone is terrifying.
Too much clutter.
But I couldn't believe it. I was so disappointed in that fight. And if I paid money to see that, I would have been like, yo, where is the refund on this? Alright, I'm messing up because I'm talking about Adesanya and stuff. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, it's not really just a man's sport, women can fight too, but it was hilarious how they called the men's, you know, they didn't call Romero a bitch, they called Adesanya a bitch, and, you know, the women fought like crazy. I saw clips of that shit, and, you know, it was a brawl. That's what it's supposed to be. You know, you kick two in a brawl, but you don't just kick 100 times just for point status, just so you can not fight. You know, it was hilarious. The commentators were right, you know. It wasn't even Romero. Romero was trying the whole time. Give props to Romero. He won that fight. Just because Adesanya chose to be a bitch. I couldn't believe it, man. Like, I kind of like Adesanya, too. It's just after that fight, nah. That was painful, man. You know, a champion, you know, strategically sometimes you need it. You know, in a hard fight, strategically you need it. That wasn't a hard fight. He just stopped fighting, and then he was like, kick to the leg, and it was very unfavorable to watch that match. I would have been pissed if I paid money to you know, watch that match. Luckily, there's YouTube. And, you know, all you have to do, you know, if you want live, that's all that matters, you know. But 2-3 days, or even, this is only the second day, but, you know, at the night, you know, there were clips on YouTube within an hour. And I watched some of those, and I watched some today, and there were more today, and, you know. Yeah, like, after I seen how Adesanya took down Whitaker, and, yeah, that was, you know, I thought Whitaker was going to do a bit better, but, you know, he did get a couple hits to the face that were just nasty. But Kelvin Gastelum, or whatever it was, Kevin Gastelum or Kelvin, whichever, he nearly beat Adesanya. You know, he got a kick to the head that made Adesanya nearly fall over, and that was hilarious. Because Kelvin, or whatever, Gastelum, he is a good 1.5 foot shorter than Adesanya. So for him to kick Adesanya in the freaking head was awesome. One map for that last one, Canyon, for our last shore. That was a good one. We got a blue 5. I'll take that blue magic 5. And this one we got a tier 3. So, but yeah, something was up with Whitaker. You know, his heart wasn't in it and stuff. And plus, he hadn't fought for like, you know, almost 2 years. So they said there was no ring rust, but there's always ring rust. There's no way you can go around ring rust. Like, and Adesanya had none. But Kelvin Gastelum, he should have won that fight too. It's just, you know, he was getting his ass beat, and then he just magically kicked Adesanya in the face, or not the face, the side of the head, the neck. But still, that was enough, and Adesanya is just standing there, just dazed, and Gastelum didn't realize he actually hurt him. And I'm like, dude, you could have won with just one elbow right in the teeth. He couldn't even move his arms. You hit him in the neck with your foot. So, yeah. Yeah, Romero should have won. That's the commentators were saying all over that they could not believe that Adesanya played it that way. Like, Adesanya's supposed to be talking about heart and all this and doing all this and fighting hard and all this. His first defense, like, you know, versus Whitaker, that was kind of too, because he was interim and he really was the title holder too at that point. But he didn't show no heart, man. He just won a point game, and point game is crap. It's terrible. You know, you should fight to win every fight. You should go for the knockout on every single time. You should, yeah, like Romero's heart, man. I'm amazed Romero didn't win. I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, because Romero was fighting hard, and Adesanya just did point game. There was nothing there. It was boring. It was boring. Who says that about a championship fight? Like Whitaker fight, that wasn't boring. Kevin Gastelum fight for the interim title, that wasn't boring at all. But if Adesanya tries to play boring, he ain't gonna win no respect from anybody. Sure, he'll win title defenses, whatever. John Bones Jones is a crackhead, and he wins title defenses. Nobody gives a damn about him, because he's just a junkie. I hope Adesanya does some more, but he's gonna face can't remember his first name, Costa. Oh, Paulo Costa. And Paulo Costa is doing some super monkey roids, something wherever. I remember that one Gegard Mousasi said that about his one opponent, and yeah, some super monkey robot steroids. So Paulo Costa is definitely on something. He's just paying top dollar because Brazil is like, we want a champion, and we'll pay you top dollar to become a genetic monkey, droid, android, and slash, you know, whatever the hell he is. He does look like an inflatable balloon animal. That's the one thing I'll give to Adesanya. He can talk shit, and he wasn't even talking shit too. He wasn't talking no shit before he won that title. Now he can talk shit all of a sudden, like no, there's no tomorrow. And you know, I like the part that he was actually trying to go against John Bones Jones. You know, not a chance, dude. Not a chance. I'm sorry. Bones is a meth, or not a meth free. He's a crack fiend and steroid fiend, and Adesanya has proven he's not, and he's a string bean. You know, it would be hard as hell for Adesanya to even make that 15 more pounds. It would just be fat weight at that point. It wouldn't be muscle, you know, to fight John Bones Jones. And yeah, it ain't gonna happen. One, it ain't gonna happen anyway, no matter what, by the way. John Bones has staged fights in lots of ways. And that was another thing. Dominic Reyes won that fight too, but he was actually cheated. Legitimately cheated. Like numerous people saw that, and there was other cheating that night too. So the UFC it's really that bad, man. It's really ain't that good anymore. They got some good fighters, I'll admit, but they got terrible management, and they have even worse judging. Like some of the most corrupt mofos I've ever seen in my life. After what is it? The guy he just fought, Bones fought, I can't remember his name, but he won that fight easily. Bones was slow. He got his ass kicked. He didn't just win the last 3 rounds. He didn't rejuvenate. Damn, I can't remember his name. Like right on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, that was a fight too that was robbed. But you know, back to Joanna, Joanna, Jersey Nick, whatever her name is. Her versus Zhang Weili. That was a badass fight, and that's what we initially were talking about. You know, it's kind of funny that the whole of, you know, UFC and all the fans and the judges and the commentators and ESPN, all these people were like, this is pathetic to watch. Alright, I gotta focus here for a second. It's 3 bosses for this. I thought it was only 2. Oh, 4 maybe. That's a lot of loot. Maybe 4. Nope, still going. Yeah, that might be 5 bosses. Yeah, there was 1, 2, 3. It's at least 4. Either way, that was fun, but I wasn't paying attention because, you know, it's still low level, but also I just wasn't paying attention because I'm talking about UFC. But, you know, the ladies outshone the men, and I'm not being sexist here, I'm just saying, they didn't outshine Yoel Romero. And by the way, Yoel Romero should have won so many championships. Every fight he had a championship round for, he should have won. He gets robbed every time because people do the point game thing. They refuse to fight him. And same thing with Whitaker back in the day when he was primed. He did the point game thing. And, you know, Yoel is that good. It's just He doesn't have that point game. He refuses to play that. And, you know, he's a Street Fighter. And, you know, mad respect for that. But, you know, it's kind of funny when all the commentators, all the UFC people, Dana White himself, all the fans, all the non-fans, all the YouTubers are like, dude, the ladies beat the men's fight. And it's not because they're ladies. It's just because they showed heart. They fought like a hell of a match, kicked their teeth in on each other, and then the men just fell apart, man. It was unbelievable. Oh, that's why. There was 2 unique bosses, so it might have been 3, but it might have actually been 6, because there's actually 3 bosses for this. It seemed like it was more than 5 even. That was interesting. That was a lot of stuff and a lot of loot. That was a good one to rewatch later, to check out. You gotta find one thing here. Where is it? There it is. Try solo. That'll work. But yeah, Adesanya really just... He knew he was going to lose, so he played the point game. I couldn't believe it. You know, you're a champ. You have to fight hard. Win by points, you know, you can, but it's terrible for your image. And he's talking all this shit like he's the baddest middleweight that's ever been, but he wouldn't step up to Yoel. Yoel is one of the baddest, and he's been the baddest for like 7 years, and you're the new guy on the street for like 2 years, maybe max 2 years, and you ain't gonna hand-to-hand him. You're just gonna kick him in the leg 50 times. You know, it was depressing, man, that fight. And yeah, I was so busy that I didn't even count the boss, talking about the UFC, so that was at least 4, I thought 5, but it might have even been 6 enemies, because that was a unique double boss round. So I don't know how many bosses there are initially. I thought it was 3, but that was at least 4. Nonetheless, good round. I don't think we got another regen. Nope, that was 1 now. It reset again. Now we don't get another, or not regen, refund, or whatever.
Too much clutter.
But yeah, Adesanya lost the respect of many people, many fans. And you know, I know he don't care. He just wants to be the champ. He don't care at all. That's why he's such a trash talker and stuff. And honestly, I was going for Whitaker, and I was going for Kevin Gastelum as well. But you know, he can talk a good game. He ups the fight on trash talk. He sells the fight. But you can't talk trash and then not fight. Like, you know, he fought like a bitch. He really did. He fought like a coward. And props to OL. He won that fight. Except you can't win by point games like that. And the scorecards were ridiculous too. Yoel really did get closer than that. It was still there. Like, considering repetition, you know, and Yoel was taking the hit. It wasn't even slowing him down. Although it would have helped if he dodged a little bit, or caught at least one kick or something. But he was eating the hits. and still getting in hits. So, whereas Adesanya was just straight up doing the same thing over and over. It was bunk, man. Like I actually like Adesanya after what he did to Whitaker and his other fights. But Kelvin, whatever his name is, he should have won that fight, and Yoel should have won that fight. So yeah, it comes up to Paulo Costa. If Paulo Costa wins, it's due to the roids, man. Because seriously, Paulo Costa shouldn't have beat Romero either. Paulo Costa was hospitalized afterwards. That was hilarious. He won, but he was hospitalized, and Yoel Romero was just standing there. I won. I'm ready to go. It's unbelievable how these judges are just they judge.
Too much clutter.
They judge the fights based on who will make the most money for the company. And UFC pays for that, even though they say they don't, but they absolutely do. And that's a shame, because this is about fighting technique. This is about martial arts. This is about, actually showing your prowess as a warrior in a modern day, which you can barely do at all nowadays. And, the point game shouldn't even exist in some rounds. It's mainly championship rounds. One person should have to be submitted, quit, throw in the towel, or be knocked out. Or technical knockout, knockdown, like maybe, no, that's boxing, no TKOs, knocked out, or, beaten to a pulp, or they tap out, or they throw in the towel. That's it. Because, definitely, championship round should be like that. Like, everybody was waiting for that fight between Yoel and Adesanya. That was probably the best fight of the year. Khabib and Ferguson are coming up. That's a damn good fight too. Honestly, that's probably a better fight. But alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4 right here. 5. I think it was 5 bosses. Huh. Should be an even number. But that's fine. We got everything and we maxed out. Alright. We got just enough time to start our next mission with our Elder Slayer Conquerors. Those dailies take so long. It's the temple every day. You should be able to double up the temple, honestly, because the amount of temples you can get is every single day. And you can do 2 or 3 every single day. So, you should be able to do another. In fact, I might want to try that, even though it might waste all my temples. But You should be. Wait, I never tried that. That's a good thing. Maybe that's how you get maxed temples. You just keep going and going, and if it's the same temple, that we got to try that. Even if it's gonna waste 12, which sucks, but I'll try it on one of my worst ones here soon. So, but that's a good idea. I never thought of that. Because temple should be harder, and I've never gotten it up past 76, and I know you can get it harder. So. Alright, we're all at 35. We have one spare with Nico, but we're going to go with Alva. She's not maxed out again, I don't think. I still got 3 left at least, I think. Yep, we're going to go with a tier 6 Alva. And what place do we want to do this at? Yeah, Baldo's Rest again. I want to work on Baldo's Rest. Alright, ooh, tier 8. We got a couple mud geysers, so let's go with this one. Yeah, we're gonna use a watchstone or a sextant on our green one, and we'll use another one too. Weird ones, but or that one's fine, but the physical one doesn't help me. It hurts me, but that's fine. You get bonuses for the extra. And no, we're gonna keep that just like that. Just gotta make sure not to blow ourselves up with spell reflect. Do we have any spares of anything else? Man, straight and even. Now we're good. We're gonna go with all and we are gonna bump this one up with something here, probably Anarchy. Let's go Nemesis actually. Since this is a tier 6, so and this will help us get our next Elder Slayer Conqueror, which out of these I can't remember, I just checked, but I think it's Drox and Veritania. Yeah, Drox and Veritania. That's what we got for there. Nice. Oh, damn it! I only shot twice, and I just couldn't heal in time. I healed once, but still, the hit was going on. Spell Reflect. God damn it, every time, man. Every time. Well, not every time, but I should be able to survive at least a small pack. God damn it. Almost always on my unidentified maps. Like, I rarely ever get it on anything else. It's always the unidentified though, and that's why I had checked. I said in my head, check, and I forgot. Alright, total waste. Alright, switch to Fireball just in case we do need to shoot, but only small. Oh, it's so hard without a spell to cast. Ooh, this is the exact reason I need spell reflect. Or I mean, a chaos spell. It might help me, you know, work around it just enough. Oh yeah, I'll just start wanding. Oh, that's terrible. At least there's no physical reflect too. That'd be awful to die to that as well.
Too much clutter.
Concealed Caldarium. I don't think we've done this one. Yeah, haven't done this map. It's pretty cool. Pretty big for a Vol instance too.
Too much clutter.
And just remember, I think if I do Alva's missions, I'm not sure, but I'm not willing to die again for it. I lose, or the Alva missions also have the spell reflect, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna have to skip that, unfortunately. That's fine. And this didn't unlock a tier 6 guy, so... Or I mean a, Elder Slayer yet, which it should.
Just in time. Just in time. Too much clutter. How are your maps?
I forgot to double check. Maybe we have the wrong rune stones in there. Or watch stones, so you have to have the right ones to be able to get the others. Got that before, just a little level underneath. Two last round, one so far for maps. These are extras. I got 2 extras. Oops.
Too much clutter. Too much clutter.
And I said it and then I forgot to check it too, so I have a red and a green. Blue and a gold in there to get it to pop. But I thought the red and the green would work because those are the two we have, so the other two would spawn, so damn. Guess not. Can't remember what it's called, but we got like a bunch of those already now. It's a good ring. I already got 2 saved too. And yeah, we would have done that perfect. Well, maybe because all of the missions, the incursions, those are maybes because you know, the spell reflect. I think it does happen there. I'm not willing to risk it right now. We'll try that on a start one. So we got a good one going. I don't want to mess with that. I'll look at it later. We already got the 2 there though, so just another Lori's Lantern. That's what it is. It's a good one.
Welcome. Hello.
Ooh, a very powerful invading monster. That might be an actual breach boss.
To cause pain in a place that had never called home.
That would be nice. And yeah, we're skipping all of it intentionally because the spell reflect. Won't be able to kill things quick enough.
Too much clutter.
Need a map?
Oh, not bad.
Too much clutter.
Just in time.
Too much clutter.
Yeah, without spell reflect, we would probably would have had that perfect. But goddamn spell reflect.
How are your maps, Exile?